Arguably the first true 80s genre film, Paul Schrader's American Gigolo represents a seismic tectonic shift in cinematic aesthetics, pivoting away from the grime of 70s New York toward the polished, neon-soaked artifice of 80s Los Angeles. Fusing sex with danger, the film presents sex appeal as a legitimate threat to a wider, rigid society. It is a work of immaculate surfaces, defined by tailored Armani suits and the driving, synthesized pulse of Giorgio Moroder's score. This is the moment where style became substance, creating a blueprint for the decade's visual language. The Arrow Video 4K UHD provides a transformative restoration that finally restores the film from the soft, faded characteristics of previous home video prints. Sourced from the original camera negative, the presentation features restored colours that are significantly more vibrant, emphasising the primary palette of deep, saturated reds and sterile, oceanic blues. The high bitrate encoding ensures the grain remains filmic rather than noisy, offering a stable and precise re-baseline for a film so dependent on its visual precision. Arrow have performed the restoration themselves rather than rely on Paramount's in-house 4K team, removing the chance of Paramount's preference for overly smoothed presentations. The story follows Julian Kaye, portrayed by Richard Gere in the role that solidified him as the quintessential early 80s sex symbol. Julian is a high-end male escort living a life of disciplined, aesthetic luxury, a world of foreign languages, expensive fabrics, and emotional detachment. However, his carefully constructed facade begins to crumble when he is framed for the brutal murder of a client. What begins as a clinical study of a professional narcissist gradually evolves into a desperate love story, as Julian finds his only hope for salvation in Lauren Hutton's Michelle Stratton, the neglected wife of a local politician. Schrader utilises the landscape of Los Angeles as a sterile, indifferent backdrop for a narrative that is part noir and part existential character study. The film documents Julian's slow realisation that in a world where everything is for sale, he has become the ultimate disposable product. The tension arises from the collision between Julian's hyper-manicured world and the predatory, messy reality of the criminal underworld closing in on him. It is a sophisticated exploration of high-end loneliness and absence of intimacy in a society where every human interaction has a price. Arguably the first 80s movie as genre, American Gigolo remains a vital, influential landmark that predicted the consumerist obsessions of the decade that followed. Arrow has delivered a definitive technical upgrade, ensuring the film's meticulous visuals are preserved with absolute clarity, delivering all of the film's style and all of its substance. That's all from us at The Last Disc on Earth. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, come the apocalypse, physical media will prevail.